Hello guys, I am going to give you a little what I call a dime tour while we talk about today's topic. Today's topic is, what does your support system look like and how can you make it stronger? So, hello guys. It is a beautiful sunny day. It's a little breezy, so hopefully the wind is not going to bother us too much. But I'm just going to take a little walk around and show you my flowers and what's coming up, and it's beautifully green here now. Spring came very quickly. So we're going to talk about our support system while we walk around. So my support system has of course changed throughout the years, and I can say my number one biggest support is my relationship with Jesus. And I know some of you understand that, and some of you have different religious beliefs, and that's okay. I'll just tell you about mine. So, of all the things that I've sought for support and love in my life, God and Jesus are the only things, well, I can't even call them people. They're divine beings. They've never left me. Even in the times that I tried to leave them, they never left me. They never, I'll never leave you or forsake you. That's a promise that we have. And I have known God as a father at the times that I felt like an orphan. When I felt abandoned by my family, misunderstood, not protected. At that time, I knew God as a father. I've known Jesus as a friend, knowing that I can go to him and tell him anything that was going on with me, and that he would understand, and that he had love for me no matter what. And more recently, rather than this being a one-sided relationship where I just dump out my sorrows and tell him all the things that are going wrong and all the things that I need, I have been asking more of, what can I do? What would you have me do? What is my purpose? Why did you put me on this earth? Why did you make me the way I am? Why did I go through the things that I went through? So she's sitting on eggs. She thinks she's hiding underneath there. It's funny. And in all my time as an adult and on this earth, and specifically in the last 6 or 7 years, when I haven't been involved in a church, and I had to develop my relationship with Jesus by myself, basically, without a guidance from older Christians, a pastor, things like that, it really changes that relationship. I have to figure it out on my own. And so, yeah, God has been a father, Jesus has been a friend, and the way that I can make that part of my support system stronger is just to be obedient. We got another duck underneath here. You're not going to see her, but you can see all of her down that she's pulled to keep her eggs warm when she gets up. My ducks have been stinkers this year. They don't want to lay their eggs in the coop. But I can make that relationship stronger by going to it and listening. And when God asks me to do something, or I feel led to say something, I need to do it. And I need to continue to keep this relationship more than just one-sided, where I just give a list of requests, but I actually find the time to listen. And hopefully I can continue to do that I definitely have in this time that we've been home, and in the last few years being without a flock to join, I guess. We'll see if we can go see the ducks. And then the second part of my support system would be my husband, and I have always kind of depended on him to be my stable voice. Because as you know, sometimes our thoughts can be pretty erratic. We can think a lot of things are going to happen. We can imagine things, worst case scenario in the future, that sort of thing. Take patterns that people are doing and run with it or roll with it, as you know, in our brains and in the way that we process things. And I always kind of imagine worst case scenario. You know, yesterday I couldn't get a hold of my husband all day, and as you know, he was trying to pass a kidney stone, which we believe he did pass, so praise God for that. But I couldn't get a hold of him, and in my mind I was running over all these different situations that could happen, and I was imagining that I was going to come home and find him dead. So that was terrifying. He was fine. He was just sleeping, and he had turned the ringer off his phone and forgot about that. So, but he has been, you know, for a good 20 years, he has been a large part of my support system in that he has kept me stable. He has kept me, you know, kept my mind on this earth and kept me from jumping off the proverbial cliff, as they say. And the way that I can make that support stronger is just continue to share the things with him that are going on in my head, even if they seem to be crazy. Oh, I'm covering the lens there. We'll see if we can get some goats to come over here. And there's been times where I did not want my husband's advice. There's been times where I didn't trust him because, you know, sometimes that's just how relationships go. That's Rick. He's a daddy goat. This is what goats do to a landscape, by the way. Oh, I hear Ragnar. Let's see if we can find him. Everybody loves Ragnar. He wants to be the star of the show anyway. Let's see his little junk laying around. Oh, I'm not finding the baby goats. They must be back a little bit. Oh, I see Ragnar. There he is. So with my husband, you know, I need to continue to trust him and actually listen to what his sensor mind has to say. And also, he kind of has taught me how to enjoy my life a little bit more and not be so serious. So that is helpful. And right now, I am supporting him, trying to get him through this issue. Here's Ragnar, guys. Here's the rooster that you hear all the time. Everyone wants to see you, Ragnar. You want to make all kinds of noise, and now you think you're gonna, oh, look at you, pretty boy. Oh, he's like, I'm out of here. I'm not ready for my camera shot. The third part of my support system would be my good friend. I have been friends with her for a few years now. We didn't always have the ability to be friends for whatever reason, and we kind of discovered each other. And I don't know what her personality type is, but she did ask me if I would be willing to have a conversation with her and film it and post it on the channel. So she'll have to find her paperwork when she tested with me as part of that leadership deal that we did years ago at church. We'll find out her type, but she has been one of my biggest cheerleaders in all the things that I have done on my little home place here. And she has, you know, been my cheerleader, encouraged me. We do have a really nice relationship, and we have a lot of fun together, and I can really talk to her about anything. Look at that baby goat. And for a while, I was kind of her, I was her support more than she was my support. And lately, I have been trusting a little bit more that I can ask her for, you know, talk to her about the things that are troubling me, and that's how I can strengthen that, you know. I was kind of her counselor, I guess, you know, sounding board for a long time, and again, a one-sided relationship that I chose to not participate in. I didn't necessarily want to dump out all of my things because I always feel like people will walk away if I do that. But she has not walked away. I have shared some fears and some really personal things with her, and she has not walked away. So I just need to continue to do that to strengthen that part of my support system. Hey, Rick. Rick the daddy goat. Male goats are real gross. He's an interesting looking guy, but male goats are real gross. Are you trying to climb up on your papa there? My little boy goats are going to be sold here this weekend, so this is kind of their end. It's been really fun having them, but I can't keep them all, of course. So here's another little shot of Ragnar. He's going to take care of his ladies here. So, yeah, there's some farm shots. Let me know in the comments. Well, answer the question, which is, what does your support system look like and how can you make it stronger? And then let me know in the comments if you'd like to see, you know, a dime tour like this. It doesn't even necessarily have to have a topic. I can just walk around because I do enjoy doing it as things develop in my yard, and there's a lot of pretty things. And everybody likes to see Ragnar. Live and love out of the way you were created.